Hi everybody, my name is Nell Aronoff. I'm the librarian and liaison to the Jacobs School of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. And I just like to give you a brief overview of some of the library resources and services and spaces that we have to offer. The photo here is actually the back of the Health Sciences Library that's on the South Campus, and that's where most of our print books live. We do have an outpost in the Jacobs School on the second floor, but it's largely digital. So it's a primarily bookless space. And there are also libraries on the North Campus as well if you're looking for library spaces. I'm thinking most often than not, you'll be coming to us through our website. So our website, you can just Google UBHSL to get to our website. And the screenshot here is our homepage. And I just wanted to point out some things. First, your UBIT name and password is going to give you electronic access to our subscription resources. Dr. Dannenhofer mentioned the VPN. I just wanted to point out that the VPN sometimes interferes with access to our subscription resources. So if you are having any issues, turn the VPN off and just use your UBIT name and password to get into our databases and other electronic resources. If you were to want to check something out, your UB card is your library card. And on this main Health Sciences Library website, in the upper corner, you'll see I've circled Find Materials, and that's where you would go to search our catalog, to search for particular electronic journal, to search for a database, and you'll be able to search or browse for databases and journals. Also at the top is research help. You would hover over that and then you'd see options for faculty support and EndNote and our workshops and our educational services. In the center of the screen, there is a biomedical databases dropdown. So this will give you quick access to things like PubMed and Medline and some of our other top databases. Off to the side is something called Delivery Plus. So we do have immediate access to lots of things, but not to everything. So if there's something that you need to get a hold of, you can request things through our service called Delivery Plus. And if you clicked on that link that is displayed, you would be taken to a login screen, and your login would be your UBIT name and password. And then you can manually submit requests for materials like books or book chapter or journal articles. There are ways to auto-populate the form, but if you follow the link on this main page, you'd be inputting the information yourself. So this is just a quick shot of our faculty support page. And in a nutshell, it says that I'm your contact person. So if you have any instruction needs, resource needs, any assistance that you need, I'm your point person. This does have a lot of helpful links on it, so I do encourage you to take a look at it. So if you go to that research help drop down, there's the faculty support option there, and the link is also on the slide. Okay, so we also have research guides. These are just a selection of research guides that I thought might be most helpful. So if you're not sure where to begin, and you want to look at top resources for medicine or for biomedical sciences, or you're in a clinical setting and you want to see what our clinical resources are, these guides will take you there. There are also guides about how to use EndNote, which is a citation management program, how to access articles. So there are various plugins that can make it easier for you to get full text, information about tenure metrics. So how do you gauge your impact? We have some tools to do that. And some guides about research data management and copyright. In terms of getting full text, this is just a screenshot from PubMed. And there are a couple buttons that are helpful in getting full text. The one you'll see if you navigate to PubMed through the UB Library's website, and that's the UB Check for Full Text button. So you'll see that, you'll click it, you'll either get the full text article or be routed to submit a request through our service Delivery Plus. The other button through LibKey Nomad is actually because I have a plugin or an extension in my Firefox browser. And so this button that says Access Options will pop up. Even when I don't go to PubMed through the library, And when I'm on other pages, like a Wikipedia page or a Google Scholar page, or if I just go to pubmed.gov and not through the library, I'll have this handy button that I can click to try to get full text access. So I do recommend that you install the plugin. I don't think it works with Safari, but I believe it works with most other browsers. So it's handy to have that, and it's just a quick install, and then you'll have more full text access. Lots of people are curious about UpToDate if you're in a clinical position. So we have UpToDate on site, but also you can access it from anywhere. So there's a link to the UpToDate page on the library website. So essentially, if you already have a personal account, or you will need to create a personal account if you don't have one, and then your UB account will be associated with your personal account. So right now I have a personal account, but I just log in with my UB credentials, and then I'm automatically recognized. Like you see in the screenshot, my name's in the corner there. I just logged in through the link that's on the bottom of this slide. And then I automatically will see my personal profile and information at the top of the screen. Lastly, I just wanted to point out that we do have some article processing charge discounts. The Elsevier one is new. We just negotiated with Elsevier this year, and this was part of the negotiations, which were SUNY-wide, that SUNY affiliated authors get a 10% discount if you were to publish an open access publication in an Elsevier journal. We have a fellowship to BMJ case reports, so there are no fees if you decide to publish there. You would just need to contact me or our general email address to get a code. And then there are several microbiology society journals where you would get a 15% discount. So I just wanted to highlight those things. I do hope to hear from you and can help you with your library and research needs. If you need anything, my contact information is on the website, and I hope to meet you if I have not already and work with you in the future.
Now, you'll be happy to know I have the library site on my toolbar because I go to it all the time. So it's a really useful site. Thank you so much.
That's great to hear. Yes.